to today's edition of presentation is I think I shared here earlier, but for some reasons, I late kakra. It's weekend, and so the musical said we'll be having a lot of conversations, and no one your way. So wherever you are, when your opportunity now back online, don't hesitate to say over join and then you share whoever comes on board and also will get opportunity to be with us. There are a lot of development also on the political landscape. So before I come now, let me look at what I can do here.
And that's a very special day. And question that will be a very special question as to whether say Ghana, yes, but are we really independent? I think say over the years, this is a question a border on the minds of a lot of Ghanaians out there. Sebi, baby about bedroom see I bet me a pause on sober reflection. You beside a lot of questions, not baby uncle you bet me see. And then about this particular question is very, very important. I think 67 years after independence, every single day we have another opportunity you beside a particular question. And today, say you beside that question, answer I can't want to say, beside Ghana, are we really independent? My answer is no, we are not. Because the independence, I seeking yana ye free abrofu no. Now, and yes, politically, no, you take the decision, say, a Gia Hokake, Sabia be making the rules for ourselves. But you can't independence in its proper rendition. It's just say it should come with some kind of social, economic independence. And to me, all the portions, aspect of independence, the most crucial, the most important are the economic independence. That is why liberation and Kumah attempted to link it with the economic liberation of the ordinary Ghanaian. But as at are you really independent? Because for Obi to become independent minded, one of the biggest yardstick of it, independent or not, that will come from the kind of economic independence and Nipano. Well, winning and I'm winning. So if you are not economically independent, you cannot be your friends are independent minded. Always and always, you will be strain controlled. The obi pair and our bajing, you will be a show say and now by you because we know depend on Toma Woody, what dino. Politics, there are a lot of things that sometimes you sit down and you realize that certain things are going wrong. But Nipana or criticizing on the video on the show. So how do you criticize? So until say give it to me, I'm making sure say we are economically independent, I am not sure that kind of mental way na yepen in Sabeka. And then maybe I started free. I had the idea and come start here. I think that we were on the path because answer never to me realizes that economic independence, I did about here and the industrialization drive. And I think that was what Kumah started. Because when he started that, who say Ghana bet me at the it is very, very important. Say near maybe or her. Ama or mine at dinner home, our mind by self-reliant. And they said we will go into production. As our person will call production a year. You need to build up industries then as a for. So when Kumah started, he had a grand economic policy, and that particular policy, to realize it, or realize it, say, as a backing with an industrial drive. And Untina, as a city, was created as an industrial hub of Ghana. Most of them, my friends saying, manufacturing hub, industries like a CIA who come here, and of course, station, or say, no, what the question. Because if the human will come with pollution and other stuff, anti-temano, one yes in the pancotana, or yes, say the Koyam for the human as a for Sabaya. Production ever cost a more output to Ghana for Bayisu, and there are a lot of factories and set it up. But today, what do we see? Let's now set it up as an industrial city, and they are changing, a residential area. And name modern day politicians go to Tema, Yakuya home for a portion of land. But Nkomah could have owned that particular place, the entire place. But he felt said, no, Say Ghana percent industrialization drive no echo year. We need to set up factories and then answer for because we am feed the Juma. Ebema unko for anya Juma ye. Enti anesa wo he your politician be gina stage na e ka say Toyota for share cars and then answer for 50 60 years ago. Na Ghana share cars wa say 50 60 years ago. And that's a very special day. And question that will be a very special question as to whether say Ghana, yes, but are we really independent? I think say over the years, this is a question a border on the minds of a lot of Ghanaians out there. Yeah, say Sebi, baby about bedroom see I bet me a pause on ya sober reflection. You beside a lot of questions, not baby uncle you bet me see and then about this particular question is very, very important. I think 67 years after independence, every single day we have another opportunity you beside that particular question. And today, say you beside that question now, answer I come on say beside Ghana, are we really independent? My answer is no, we are not. Because the independence I seek yana ye free abrofu rule no. Now and yes say politically no, ye take the decision say ye gi a hokeke. Say we be making the rules for ourselves. But you can't independence in its proper rendition. It just say it should come with some kind of social economic independence. And to me, all the portions aspect of independence, the most crucial, the most important are the economic independence. That is why liberation and Kumah attempted to link it with the economic liberation of the ordinary Ghanaian. But as at are you really independent? Because for Obi to become independent minded, one of the biggest yardstick of it, independent or not, that will come from the kind of economic independence and Nipano. Well, winning and I'm winning. So if you are not economically independent, you cannot be your friends are independent minded. Always and always, you will be strain controlled. The obi pair and our Jane, you will be a show say yeah, and now by you because we know depend on Thomas Woody or Dino. Politics, yeah, there are a lot of things that sometimes you sit down and you realize that certain things are going wrong. But Nipana or caucus or criticizing on the feed you on the show. So how do you criticize? So until say, give it to me, I'm making sure say we are economically independent, I am not sure that kind of mental way na yepen yen sabeka. And then maybe I started free. I had the idea and Kumah started here. I think that we were on the path because answer never to me realizes that economic independence, I did about here and the industrialization drive. And I think that was what Kumah started. But when he started that, who say Ghana bet me at the it is very, very important. Say near maybe or her, Emma or mine at dinner home, our mind by self-reliant. And they said we will go into production. And so person will call production a year. You need to build up industries then as for. So when Kumah started, he had a grand economic policy, and that particular policy, to realize it, or realize it, say, as a backing with an industrial drive. And Untina, as a city, was created as an industrial hub of Ghana. Most of them, my friends say, manufacturing hub, industries like a CIA who come here, and of station, or say, no, what the question. Because if the human will come with pollution and other stuff, anti-tamano, one yes in the pancotana, or yes, say the Koyam for the human as a for Sabaya. Production ever cost a more output to Ghana for Bayisu, and there are a lot of factories and set it up. But today, what do we see? Let's now set it up as an industrial city, and they are changing, a residential area. And name modern day politicians go to Tema, you queer home for a portion of land.
Yes, welcome to the friend saying another edition of Mayor Adinina from the same machine. And into a woman saw woman of me, and at the right time, I think say me put to all the things in place. Me to me I am Adibia okay. So the music actual no, I'm just still putting things together. Sabaya platform no Adibia beko. So sometimes in a not some technical wavy. Go wrong, so I'm just trying to do a lot of things. Eric Dempsey will say, Ivan, please address Captain Smart hypocrisy on John Kumah's demise among the National Cathedral, etc. Thank you very much. I think week when a lot of development akoso from John Kumah to the Independence Day to Ndemabebre and our National Cathedral, and the expectation is Sebi Yabaya inauguration and whole lot of stuff abesin ko. And we have a lot on our plate. But when it comes to John Kumah issue, then the death as to whether he was poisoned or not, those issues, I am not personally, because somebody with a medical background, sometimes very difficult to delve into such an arena of speculation unless you have substantive proof to our victim. So I can say indeed Nipan was actually poisoned, but it does appear that the airwaves, and and some are taking center stage. And Jesus asked them to make a big video be a share our TV3. Things new one see, TV3 for my cameras upon the bush of ye. Now, what he said, now one of the sisters, meaning say, and the sister was a mammy. Oh, Susa because ye be a demo, because ye be a demo. A baby nipper brave, Chessa air fair me. I dare num crum say indeed he was poisoned. But questions are Ekaka or be a beside me says a nipa me a bit near the poison, a braba kumbewuna bakumu. Na send a city, so it's one issue yebekum. Then 67 years after independence, how far and Ghana yaba? Are we proud of ourselves? Ya can't independence ne we ya fibia ya wasikano a celebrity, and in the end a binum crowd faho in your muwo obetia nano sekoforubia one of the places so your neighbor con agent a parade and so bushy wow, and it's so sad. And it's good so when your independence obe commemorate obe celebrate na manfo how proud I am. But see a 2 year knee, a journey, how far we have come. I am not sure it's something a bit me I am proud of ourselves. And so we had the beer, you see so kase, your hospital infrastructure I will come hano. I am very poor and there is the need for us to work. Abra John Kumah ye wahu pictures I circulated on social media about the state of hospital I won one kasa in the constituency a just so. Now we have party officer ya pagency ho, and the fact is the whole of the Ashanti region services are all here. That is the second largest city in Ghana. Yen to me farm mano, and they had to travel in that fragile state. I'll bet na man quintin way from Accra, from Kumasi to Accra, and Sana wababe fa plane akoje medical care and as a form. I think very, 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 very way. Your father saying sad because there be a because owo ne yare me being at the hospital for so many years. I have come to the realization say it doesn't matter how rich ne access ne connection ne links are what yade betimi account at some point in time. Or connection or passport, no what this, what they are holding you cannot get you out of this country to go and seek medical care. That is why it is important. A young Kasaya medical infrastructure will come on. Yes, the sitting president of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Mills, or your president, but at he could not fly out of this country. Next year, 37. This is a president with all the privileges. Then as for you, bet me a private jet or the backup baby or pebia. But the moment a demand say he could not travel outside the country. The same thing. He had all the privileges and go bet me to kwaya ko babia. By a real banner back critical at that moment, hospital are available. Opo umpo hana beko. John Kumah de yet is a Suhum clinic. And yet niko pie. So just imagine say sika bebreba ye wia ade ye ho ye de bi si party office ye de bi ye we ye de bi to talk asa kese ma ye ho na investment as ye kwaye healthcare asebo mi sha ase call TV so fa nsema mi sha ase abedi kan kai no people going out there to seek medical care Let us focus, invest in the medical, your friends health infrastructure. So it doesn't matter where you find yourself. And Bebasa what Accra. Ubetu kwanya kwa Kudabiase, Ubetu kwanya Kukumase, Ubetu kwanya Yarebiti at any point in time, but you will not be worried, realizing say we have competent medical system. Baby, I will be no. Ubeti I take care of you. But those things and your priority. Sikana ye pe ma ye ho ye pe ye na omobo ye din na say but where we must invest it is never a priority. And I'm sure that this thing will be a wake-up call for Obia because I just saw Obi Kopia or more clinic, hospital I work no so uhua as a sebi Obi compound house be now we share all glamorous party headquarters and glasses and glass and from top to down story building a party office. Now we share the state of the hospital. Nobody can deliver any care. Nobody. So in some na abaya nipa kano enye kasa dodo ena enye bebre saa say nipa na pekasa na mom ye nyina ye mu wona our passport obetimi atukwan akọ Germany wona our passport obetimi atukwan yo but bisa am say constituency ni nipa dodo sen ena say the passport ko mu kura bi nipa dodo sen ena even omunya passport ko na they can pay for their plane ticket let alone pay for medical care out there. So yeah, governance na why can't we do in such a way say the basic health infrastructure are here as people to survive in a concerted effort yamwa anya hwe kra de anya ne healthcare ba ban ba ye aye kasa jinja na kasa hunu kasa se bi nyansa anim ene se bi niema nyansa anim oman sika na yatam na ye de kosi cathedral na obisa am say cathedral no purpose be na be serve ama Omanya healthcare infrastructure go to Kolebu, look at the building there, the dilapidated nature of Kolebu Hospital, the dilapidated nature of 37 military hospital. I am telling you this because in these two hospitals when you are paying in and out minimum and yet dilapidated and yet papa na ya tam sikadi go si cathedral. President Kachira and said agenda 111 be ready. Akosi say eti your politician no yare kana because already all be access to travel out. And I am saying say emere people through you cannot. You have all the money, you have all the tickets, you have everything. Even private jet because I know private jet is where aircraft fly, but he couldn't get to the private jet. That is sadness here is so sad. But you see, you're making sure that you invest it locally. Your medical infrastructure, your medical healthcare system. Situations like this, encounter. Yeah, first question that will be a Sunday man. Say, nipa mienu edi poisoner. Is it possible? Say, bakumbewu not bakwanti. Oh yes, it is true. And then we are now advanced here to a level first, Yes, so would there be an ecomobi or police station, and I say, would do be an ecomobi or be or that seller. Yes, there be a nubi, Sabia poisoner, and they because of advances in research, and as a force, I money in the year, because as a medical person, I know very well, say, met be a fabiane, a poison, me no be do me because most of the poisons are deliberately are the tendency to kill. No, most of them are antidote. So you buy, then you buy the antidote. So ubetimiano antidote proud dependent on the nature of the poison. A bioha absorption rate in very high. Poison bioha the very moment it gets into your system, immediately now absorption will take place, and there are others a delay. So the absorption is taking place. Most of them you swallow the antidote before you take away. It's in the take antidote, Na say when you deal with another ube. So in the instances in some amount for a narrative with John Kumah, your friend is saying, how do you call it? Wontumi case, so what's your narrative na me can the narrative wa abonten dada no very clear why one will die and one will survive because so mu nyina di aduane ba ko a because Wontumi according to report of Yankasa so poison the very moment obetake gut in the first place of where echo into your system say absorption agent take place fear you are lucky most of it will come out. So according to eyewitness account and as a form yes Wontumi fear throughout the night so the probability is a lot of the poison about very high. And again medical team no buy because on na why the other guy John Kumah no free say or you okay who say Ghana for say hwenya wa wadwene say we okay. So because medical attention was given to Wontumi say if it is true me can kusi asem wa abontin so asem na me can say sanity because medical attention was given to him immediately yadi infusion sisi so like normal saline other way ebetimi flash most of it out enti e basa through time say poison be absorb into the system not about a lot of it are clear off the system so that person is more likely to survive than the other guy ODB but because when your immediate reaction he felt say oh you're okay so as long as all channel then the poison had the every chance be as absorb into the system in the very moment absorb it goes into the bloodstream. It go into the bloodstream circulation and circulation musa and say a fast circulation no ma body no chiche moja to all the major organs like the liver, like the kidney, the spleen, the brain, everything. So just imagine some poison atimia CP into the blood and enter into circulation and body no baby so any major organ be ebe cano be no ebe damage because when your time and flash it and your time absorb it into the person's system and the delay and that is why so back those days say obi di poisoner your man and go in the villages the idea is that immediately the partner swallow poison absorption and take place so ono go na ebe invoke projectile vomiting as a vomiting fear a like a two I know ya den as a wouldn't say warm minimum na muscles BBI way no hair the wood dying stomach nani and the basa the probability say poison a bibe pia babonte a very high than obia one year she say he's okay a basa once I could system a benny opportunity absorb my absorption take place depending on the nature of the poison. A be could do bloodstream we are flashing especially say deliberate, especially some of these toxins and other chemicals I call Russian and as for you couldn't pan say a beer a raw system one. Wait me and money. So while beside that question Sana bit to see a manipa me be the poison about kumbe bakumu. And to the bia me say yesterday you see who your healthcare system about 10 years you who's a nipa just say or cock or how not tia no woo when I attention call but we a medical person say and yes anet here now no na me catch you be say oba hospital na say car e ko hwie nipa gukam 207 na akohwie omogu na yase so omo nyina ba emergency na meto na mehwa de atiam we mi wo hey mi wo me or tiatiam no that person you no na say wo hwe no first wo hwe nipa na oda hodin no ko owu ayefe no owu obia ni ho a owu okikam obia ni ho a owu a osu. I'm telling you this because I've been at the hospital, I've been at the bedside. My son pansa obi ha owu obetima catch yourself hold my hand but sudden sa. I'm telling you this because I know obia ni ho owu a otiatim you don't have energy we are the tia and obi ba hospital na otiatia mi wo na so who say doctor na yinani na attend to other people wow we layman what can say doctor na wicked doctor that be on your wicked because ntiatia mu no a pain the very moment you feel pain cry say you are much more alive ebe ya oyade but ebe yese yen decide between one obi de say ye hwe na ye be hwe de da hodin no ba wa wo tiantiama na mawu na doctor hwe me na doctor GB na we no dabi wo de you are not close to owu ko ho ye den you have a lot of energy until you to metia no but obi a owu entia until in this case no say koye sa na tia John Kumah ene Wontumi because Wontumi nya immediate reaction fe ye de nti omobae no the whole attention no koye ena we no free say he was okay nti no monhwe no na ne de na serious but ogina ho no nyina no na absorption anya adaje ewurawura ne mu ewurawura fine nti by the time oni be ba ho so no na oye ho hwea na enyeye nti ubisa se nipa mienu betimi di poison ama ba ko wu na ba ko wu a sa na tie e betimi asi nipa na nkasa kra betimi poison aduane no na ono wadi depending on the nature because most of the poison you know e antidote owi a obetu ano obetimi afini nyina agu anase obetimi detoxify the system but why would need access to those things you know yes organ failure and as for because say adelinya kuwura what system num we are major organs in the body like the liver no is the largest organ in the body. Just imagine say circulation you have the hepatic portals no veins na your friend is saying edi moja no kokowura to supply the organs no with the oxygen then as for no the poison and the actually so the very moment they get into contact with the liver no they will damage the parenchyma cells the cells na liver cells no betimi damage no the functionality be compromised and say liver the function conforma while with him say you can't survive it that much. The same thing will go to the kidney because blood they say or supply major organs and supply the kidney and then supply the brain. So it be a poison and be a specific affinity to a particular cell because it be yes specifically to target the liver. Yes specifically to attack the brain cells. It be yes the Eleanor was similar that kind of affinity no. It is over the Eleanor was similar that kind of affinity no. It is over here obenya how do you call it breast cancer. The breast cancer is so easy say ever spread it to the other side because the cells are the same thing. The cells near the same, the high affinity LL. So it's more likely say nipano obetimi affecting no amana abasa. So it's so sad. Say the basic is very 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 sad. Say such situations ABC and then as for them. But maybe major focus has to do with the medical infrastructure from day one. I shall see a co TV so you can't masem. Say you be an passport, and you'll be an betimi a 2 kwama on it, and you'll be an walk the financial muzzle into your hospital and as a phone, na even or more financial muzzle and as a phone. Ya didn't betting attack you. Passport to grow when you're in a wash shop. Wontumi ntana kam kra na wadu airport. Wontumi